The Dodgers have desperately DeRo needed rotation good news, and that comes in the form of Yamamoto. Dave Roberts said fastball command, both sides of the plate. He joked, we'll take this every single start from here on out. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Lauren, and you're going to get even more good news if you dive in, because potentially Tyler Glass now throws a sim game on this coming Saturday. What I saw last night with him, Jack Flaherty. If Yamamoto's right and Glasnow's right with this bullpen and add in Jack Flaherty, they not only go from starting pitching being a concern to they might have the best three going in. So a lot of things were on the line last night. And I think we forget 12 years, $325 million. I mean, it's the largest contract ever given out to a pitcher. So not only does he have to be available for us, he's got to be win day. So I wanted to make sure he went out there, he threw 59 pitches, and we can get into it. I wanted to see his stuff exploding through the zone. I wanted to see him start to get a feel for dominating the moment and kind of realizing that in order for them to win another World Series, he's going to have to play a major role and make a bunch of starts for this team. So keep it rolling right here, and we'll bring up the fielding independent pitching, and I want to dive in on what that is. It is what a pitcher can control. Just eliminate the defense. It's strikeouts, it's walks, it's home runs. Those are the things he can control, and when he's on the bump, these are the five guys that do it the best. Chris Sale's going to win the National League Cy Young. Tarek Skubal's going to win the American League Cy Young. And then sandwiched in there is Yamamoto. So when he's healthy, and go back, he's made a ton of starts this year outside of the injury, and he has been completely dominant. He made the one start in Korea against the Padres, his first time out on the bump, and he got shelled, and it's kind of skewed his numbers. So he has been pitching like some of the game's greats. So pause this real quick. I wanted to bring up his pitch usage. Last night in comparison, don't let it just stay with the highlights. Fastball percentage, overall, he's usually 37.3% of the time, okay? Against righties, he uses it about 42% of the time. Lefties, a little bit different. But when you dive in on what he does with these three pitches, you don't know if you're getting heater, curveball, 0-0. He has got the ability to throw it 0-0, and we'll get into some at-bats, and then he can wipe you out with it. But what you do know is 53% of the time when he gets two strikes on you, he wants to put you away with that split. So he's got three weapons that he could go to at any time. I'm going to take you to the top of the first. It's going Ian Happ, it's going Dansby Swanson, and then it's going Seiya Suzuki. So we're going 97 black away. Now we got wrinkle curveball, 0-2. Pause. You're sitting there. You're trying to get loose in the game. You're Ian Happ. You come into the box. You're like, all right, I'm probably not going to ambush tonight. I'm going 0-0. I'm going to take this heater. Boom, snap, paint away. Okay. Now throw me like you're split down in the zone. Let me get 1-1 even with the count. And then it's wrinkle curveball, and you're 0-2, and you're like, wait a second. I'm not loose yet. So run this. Split down. Pause. You got to play multiple choice. The only problem is you can't eliminate anything. So you have no idea if you're Ian Happ. I'm in a 1-2 count. I guess you stay on the heater and eliminate pull side so you stay on the off speed. Run this. He swings at a 58-foot curveball. So he's running down to first base going, that AB did nothing to lead to my next AB. And he's got nasty stuff on his breaking ball. Pause this and bring up the curveball vertical break board. Most vertical break versus average on his curveball. It's still in Cease, and then it's Yamamoto. This thing is getting height, and then it is falling off a table. So his second AB, if you're Ian Happ, I just punched out on a 58-foot curveball. What do you probably think he's going to the plate thinking? I'm getting that curveball at some point again. Let me sit on it. So let's get back into the tape. This second AB, and he gets it and swings through it. Now he's got to get off that pitch. He goes split down, heater away, pause. It's the cat and mouse. He threw him a curveball. It's the only pitch that he was kind of timed up for in this AB. Late as heck on the heater, saw the split pretty decent. Do you think that he could pretty much throw him anything he wants in this situation, and he's got him. As long as he doesn't hang a breaking ball, he's probably going to punch out again. Run this. Split down and away, and this thing is dirty. Get tight on this shot for me, Bader. Look at that. Austin Barnes does a heck of a job right there. All right, batting second, Dansby Swanson, his first AB. Wrinkle curveball, 0-1. Paint pellet away, 97. Changeup, he's shown him all three. And then punches him out with a split that he tunnels right off it. So now you're telling yourself, if you're Dansby Swanson, the second time I come up, I gotta make sure I see the split up. It's gotta be up or it's a ball. He gets a heater away, 1-0. Breaking ball in his zone, he's back in there, 1-1. Good spit, 2-1. Curveball, 2-2, pause this. You're Dansby Swanson. You can't eliminate anything. The only thing you're telling yourself is, I gotta make sure the split's up. He struck me out with it my first AB. He probably thinks he can go to it again. So I gotta stay back on this off speed and see it up. Run this pitch. 97, black away. He's just putting their heads in a kind of a blender, to be honest with you. He's just throwing 3 elite pitches in the zone. Seiya Suzuki, run this. Curveball down. You would think he'd throw it again. Nasty split, 1-1. You just can't think. There was guys that I faced throughout my career that I just couldn't get on what they were thinking. Johnny Cueto being one of them. Every time I thought heater, it was slider and vice versa. So you're sitting there, he's worked a good AB, he gets a call, black away to the edge. Pause this. Bring up the fact that he hits the edges better than anybody. Highest percentage of pitches thrown to the edge of the zone. But look at who's doing it. It's the touch and feel guys, the Martin Perez's, the Kyle Hendricks, the Ross Striplings. I love the fact Barrios is in here, but Yamamoto's got elite stuff, and he's hitting corners all day long. Let's wrap it up with Seiya Suzuki's last at bat. When you, as a hitter, cannot eliminate pitches, the game gets very hard. Heater away, split down, 2-0. You should be getting a fastball right here. And he rolls a curveball that's got depth and life on it. So now, as a hitter, you're just super confused as to what he's going to throw you. And he was awesome. The one thing I will say, watching him pitch last night, and it's the first thing I asked Nays when I rolled in, if I was facing him in the playoffs, it appeared to me against right-handed hitters, he never comes inside with a four-seam heater. Everything was painted away, painted away. So I wanted to dive in on that. I'm like, Nays, is that the norm with him? And it's not really. Yes, he leans towards heater down and away, but he will show in. Last night, it was spot on. I mean, you could have almost eliminated it. And I think I would dive in on this if I was facing the Dodgers in the postseason, of just eliminating inside half of the plate to right-handers and trying to lean out over and shoot them the other way. But he was really, really good.